Hello, my name is François Lepiteau. I'm Chief Product Officer at Ople, and I'm going to show you in this video how Ople is integrating with Tableau, and more specifically with a new Analytics API. First, I would like to give you a little bit of context. What is Ople? Ople is a predictive analytics tool that is targeted for business users. It enables business user, business analyst to be able to understand their most important KPI and be able to predict the KPI in the future. In my example, what I'm going to do here is analyzing my customer churn. For that, I have my data that have been preloaded, my training set. Now I'm going to create a model, select the type of analysis I want to do. As you can see, we support 4 types of analyses. And now I'm going to simply give a name, specify what is the column I want to analyze, which is churn in my case, and just start the model generations. As you can see, it's very simple. And at this point, Ople is going to take care of all the complex machine learning steps that need to be done automatically. Let's have a look to the model that is now ready. I can quickly see the efficiency of the model. I can quickly see how efficient is my model to be able to detect who is going to churn. I can see the most important column that are driving my model to identify potential issues. There is multiple features available in Ople, but in my case here, I want to speak on how we can integrate this model within Tableau using the new API. Now I'm in Tableau here. I have loaded a dataset with all my customers and their characteristics. My first step is going to define an external service. Here, instead of using a TabPy server, I'm just going to use our product, prediction.ople.ai, with a specific port, and I'm going to provide a username and password, which is actually the token that we are providing for such type of integrations. Now here, my connection is done with Ople directly. The second step now is to create a calculated field that is going to call Ople. For that, very simply, I put my script here. And as you can see here, I'm not going to pass a Python script. I'm just going to pass some parameters that on Ople side, we know exactly which model you are going to call and which function you want to call, because on our side then we can have multiple type of functions that will have different behavior. And finally, I'm going to pass all the fields that are required to be able to calculate the churn on Ople side. Now it's done. I can use this new calculated field in my graph. Now I can play in real time with all the predictions. So for example, let's say I want to know what is likelihood by contract to churn or not. I can drag and drop contract. I can drag and drop my predicted churn. And this is going to call the Analytics extension. I'm going to get the result directly. So now I can see if I month to month, I have 24% chance of churning. What if I add, for example, gender to see if there is impact by gender? Which actually I know there is not much impact because Ople, with a list of feature importance, told me that already, but I can still do dynamic query, which is pretty cool. I can also, let's say, do a predictions by customers instead of grouping. So like I'm going to drag and drop my customer ID. I'm going to, for example, just the first 5. And now again, for each customers, I have the score dynamically done using this new Analytics API, which is pretty cool. Another example is this new sheet here. I have created some filtering, so it's more like a what-if scenario with suggestions. So let's say I have a customer that is month to month that do not pay by paperless, have no dependent, and all these different characteristics. What is the best payment method to decrease churn? And you can see here quickly that pushing him to credit card automatic is going to reduce the churn risk, where mail check is going to increase it. Now, if I change one of the combination, let's say the contract is not 1 year, is not month to month, but 1 year, then automatically I'm going to have adjusted recommendation based on these new informations. Finally, you can use that obviously in a dashboard, not just in view. And here's another example of a dashboard that we have created, which is not about churn, but in this case, it's about propensity to buy, where you can see here, we have specified specific parameters. Here in this widget, we are using the real time, using the Analytics API to get the result. And here we are doing again a prescriptive scenario where we are saying like, hey, which age should I target to increase my propensity to buy? And obviously, we are mixing this with standard Tableau query. If you want to know more, you can go to our website and you have a specific page about our integration with Tableau, data sheets, and more information. And if you need, please don't hesitate to send me an email. Thanks.